Frosty the Bigot was an extra white snowman. Everything is sexist and racist and gender neutral, and I don't want to live in this land. Frosty the Bigot. What's up, everybody? How's it going? I'm walking my dog late at night here, and I'm like, man, I'll make this video with all the Christmas lights on. Except they must have them on timers or something. Like my tomato plants. What? Yeah. So, let me tell you the story. I'm at the pool hall recently. Very recently. And there's a guy who comes there. And I found out last night that his name is Kenny. He would come there. He'd be there pretty much every, I want to say Wednesday night, every week. He'd come in and he would go to the table furthest back in the room and play pool for hours and hours and hours on end by himself. I had heard someone worked with him, some young lady, and I guess they got in a little verbal spat. And he went and claimed that she was bullying him. Now, mind you, this guy's about 6'1", 240, 250 pounds. Anyway, whatever. He goes in the back table, practices for hours. It's all good. Not bothering anybody. Super duper fantastic. So when I was there, I got there, I played some pool, and then I ordered some food. And there's a countertop that looks over the tables. You've probably seen it in my other videos. So just as soon as my food comes, this guy walks up to me. Mind you, I'm still looking down on him from the counter because the playing field is down several feet. And where people sit in the bar is elevated. So he walks right up to me, didn't recognize who he was at first, and he's staring at me. He's staring at me so hard for what seemed like 2 minutes. It might have been 10 seconds. But he was staring at me, and he had a 1,000-mile stare. He had an evil stare. And I literally thought, the only thing that was running through my head is, this is some kook who saw me on YouTube and wants to hurt me. And my friend was next to me, and I literally stood up, backed up, because I'm trying to think, what did he say? He asked me my name or something, and I'm like, my name's John. He's like, oh, John the Apostle. And he starts telling me the story about John the Apostle and what happened and who did what. The way he kept staring at me is when I stood up, backed up, and I go, are you about to attack me or something? And he's like, no. And he just kept telling the story. Finally, after all his blah, 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 I hit him. I told him, like, look, man, there's a lot of people who hate me. So he told me a story about how he beat up cops a long time ago and how Jesus has saved his life. And you can understand the angle he was going. But mind you, this guy's never said a word to me. I've never met him. Nothing ever, never, ever. So he keeps at me about that, and then he's trying to tell me, maybe I'm not trying to convince you or nothing. And I go, have you ever heard I hit him with the zeitgeist explanation of religion. And man, he's like, oh, that's ridiculous. Nice meeting you. I go, oh man, that's all it took. So laugh. He told me he was bipolar at one point too, and he blamed the police for not Baker acting him. So whatever. It's all good at the end, pretty much. Then I start playing a money match with somebody. And he's at the corner, caddy corner, and the dude's talking to himself, and he's answering himself. And then I start hearing him say my name under his breath. I start getting uncomfortable. And then he walks over our table, says something to me. Because when I'm playing pool, I guess I don't even realize it. I'm like, for the love of God, go in the hole. And that bothered him. And then I said, I almost dropped a GD, and I could see it when I was like, God, and I was about to say it, and he was looking at me funny. And so a second time he comes over, I'm like, all right, man, I don't mean to be a wiener face, but we are gambling. And he says, oh, how much you playing for? I'm like, it doesn't matter, man. Oh, okay. That didn't stop him. He came over yet a third time. He kept wanting to talk Jesus and blah, blah, blah. And of course, I'm cracking Jesus jokes, trying to lighten the mood, get an understanding. So by the fourth time, I heard him say something like, yeah, you better watch your back. And there was these kids in the corner also playing and cussing and saying GD. And every time he did, he shot him that 1,000-mile stare. And finally, I'm like, listen, man, I'm uncomfortable. I broke my cues down. I quit playing. Something I would never do, quit playing pool. And I left. And while I'm warming up my car, the back door kept opening. And I'm like, I kept reaching for my pistol, man. That dude, not too many people freak me out, man. That dude freaked me out. So there's my thought I was going to die story. Right on. There's my dog. And it's dark. All these Christmas lights. By the way, I'm in a shorts and t-shirt. It's like, I don't know, 60 degrees out here. I'm growing tomatoes by accident. For God's sakes. How do you not live in Florida in the winter? It's a must. The goal is to live up north for half the year. Oh, I also have a new stalker. Yeah, I think this is stalker number 4 or 3. Stalker number 3. Calling every day. Leaving messages every day. Texting me every day. Just keep blocking the number. Alright, man. Thanks for watching. Here's my story. Peace and tranquility. No victim, no crime. Please like and subscribe and all that good stuff. I love you. Bye.